live on YouTube. I just want to let everyone know that.
We're going to call you down, Tina. You can bring Carter too. You can bring Carter with you too. Just stand.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Right back down.
We are live on YouTube. It's being broadcasted out.
Make sure you're on mute.
Okay, and I'm putting my thing on mute.
We're good.
You know, these masks.
Good morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. Good morning. Say thanks for coming. They all muted now?
Yeah. I think everybody except me.
Okay, thank you. All right. Rabbi, just let me know whenever y'all are ready.
All right, well, let's do our usual start time.
Okay.
You have a couple more minutes to say hello. So good to see you. Folks on Zoom, feel free to wish everybody a mazel tov.
You're welcome to unmute yourselves at this point. We'll mute you before the service begins.
Mazel tov, Hayden.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Break the leg.
You are also welcome to send messages in the chat if you'd like. We'll save those at the end and give them to the Nubile family.
Mazel tov, Hayden from the Greenblatts.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, Scott.
Hi.
Well, not including us, right? I don't know if it includes us.
That's about half the people.
22, yeah.
Not half the people, because people with their cameras off are not appearing there.
Oh, okay.
Hayden, you got so big.
Yeah, thank you.
How tall are you now?
How tall are you?
How tall? 5'1".
Oh man. You are a fountain pen now.
You're fabulous.
Audrey, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
What is it like to put on a dress?
Stacy.
I see.
Marjorie, Randy seconds that. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
And Hayden, you
Yeah.
look handsome.
Thanks.
Cool haircut.
Marjorie, do a spin for us. You look amazing.
Tell your brother it's not a beauty pageant. This is a serious moment.
You dancing?
Website. Try it again. Please a lot of our mitzvah.
Hey, Susan.
I said hi before.
Oh, that was you. Oh,
How's
man.
sunny Florida?
It's amazing.
Or are you in New York?
Florida.
Oh,
It's our home base now.
Live free.
oh, that's your home base now. Good for you.
Live free and prosper in Florida.
I love your Facebook posts. I'm glad I'm your Facebook friend.
I get political now.
They're not political at all.
Hi, Allison.
Oh
Oh,
my
man.
God.
Look at him. Oh, my God.
Hi.
Hi, sorry.
Baby, when we saw him last at Sam's,
Yeah, he was.
tiny baby.
Oh, awesome.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome to services at Congregation Beth Hayim. We are so proud to celebrate Hayden Newbill as he joins us as a B'nai Mitzvah. Our service is about to begin, so I've muted all of you. You're welcome to use the chat to send messages, and there may be points where Rabbi asks you to unmute yourselves. If you have any tech issues during a service, you are welcome to message me. Thank you so much, and Shabbat Shalom. Mindy Littman.
And on behalf of Congregation Beth Chaim, it is an honor to welcome you to our Shabbat service this morning to celebrate with the Newbill family as Hayden is called to the Torah. We want to maintain a warm and welcoming feeling for these services and create a sacred space that will inspire prayer. For those on Zoom, please help us by staying muted unless the clergy invites you to unmute and participate. You are welcome, however, to write messages of congratulations and encouragement in the chat box. And while we will not always be able to hear one another, we would love for everyone on Zoom to sing with us. All of the liturgy will be displayed on the screen to help you follow along. For those praying in person, we ask you to sing in your hearts to keep our clergy safe. Although we are physically separated, we are all one community in prayer and celebration. If you have any trouble with the technology, our Director of Lifelong Education, Ann Berman-Waldorf, will be happy to assist you. Thank you for joining us in prayer and celebration this morning.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Kol hanshama te'aleluya, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol hanshama te'aleluya, hallelujah.
Good morning. My name is Adina Blum, the Rabbi of Congregation Beth Chaim. I'm joined by Cantor Stuart Binder and Ann Berman-Waldorf. And on behalf of the whole Beth Chaim family, it is my pleasure to invite Hayden Newbill to lead us in worship this morning. We're so grateful for the technology that has enabled us to be together, both physically and virtually, and we are so excited to welcome in Shabbat together. I'm now going to invite Marge and Jim up to join Hayden as they share words of blessing on his behalf.
Hayden, our hockey player. When asked about you, we usually respond, Hayden is our hockey player. This statement fills us with pride. Being a hockey player for Hayden Foster Newbill means persevering, being responsible, having integrity, being dedicated and dependable, and energetic. Today, we want to explain to you what we mean when we tell of Hayden, our hockey player. Hayden, you live your life by creating goals and working each and every day to reach them. You strive for excellence in yourself, and you encourage others to do the same.
Hayden, the hockey player, the captain of the team. We have watched you on the ice become so tired you couldn't lift your arms because you gave it all you had for the team and for the others. You are a leader and a role model. You make choices and decisions based on your commitment in knowing and doing what is right. You have learned to work with others and to be a proud, supportive, kind, and respectful team member. Your integrity is always your guiding light.
Hayden, our hockey player and our scholar. Even with the hours that you spend on the ice or in your arena at home, you know that school is important, and you prove this by being inducted into the Junior National Honor Society this year. You have worked each and every week for years, learning how to be an active member of the Jewish community. This past year, you were committed to learning all you needed to know to become a bar mitzvah today. Knowing that we couldn't celebrate the way we planned did not deter you. Once again, you had a goal to achieve, and nothing was going to stand in your way.
You have dealt with disappointment when you didn't get that test score you hoped for or fell during a breakaway you had practiced 1,000 times. But you still got up and you were determined to do your best the next time. On and off the ice, you have learned that it takes hours and hours and hours of hard work and practice to create a champion, not only on the team, but in all aspects of your life. You have learned that success does not happen overnight, and you will carry that with you always.
You have reminded us time and again the importance of family and tradition. By developing your Hebrew education right here in Beth Chaim, you continue the family tradition of being part of this synagogue and this sanctuary on this very special day. I am forever thankful to you for allowing me to watch you grow up in the same temple where I grew up. Countless people who are on Zoom here today or in the sanctuary with us are here to celebrate you. Have shared so many family events and milestones in this room over the past 40 years.
Hayden, this is one of those days that you need to stop and reflect and take it all in. This is a day that you will remember for a lifetime. Our friends and family are watching from far and near, and you will forever be grateful for that presence today. Everyone here is to show you and remind you how truly special you are.
Hayden, when we call you our hockey player, we are telling the world that you have developed so many positive traits that will serve you well throughout your life and will give you the opportunity to bless the lives of others. Continue to be a person who values tradition, hard work, and Judaism.
Pride, persistent, responsible, independent, dedicated, extraordinary. We are filled with pride when we speak about you. Hayden, our hockey player, today we celebrate you. We celebrate milestones you have achieved. We celebrate the person you are becoming, and we celebrate your bright future. We love you more than anything. Mazel tov.
All right, Marge and Jim, you can now put Hayden's talit over his shoulders, symbolizing his entree into Jewish adulthood.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzotav v'tzivanu lahitatev b'tzitzit.
Amen. And because we're so excited to celebrate this special time and occasion with you, Hayden, please lead us in Shehecheyanu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu l'zman hazeh.
Amen. More hugs and kisses, and then we'll see your parents in a little bit. Except for your mother, Marge, who has a special reading now.
Each of us enters the sanctuary with a different need. Some hearts are full of peace and gratitude, overflowing with love and joy. They are eager to confront the day, to make the world a better place. They are recovering from illness or have escaped misfortune. We rejoice with them. Some hearts ache with sorrow. Disappointment weighs heavily on them. Families have been broken. Loved ones lie on a bed of pain. Death has taken a cherished loved one. May our presence and caring bring them comfort. Some hearts are embittered. Ideals are betrayed and mocked. Answers sought in vain. Life has lost its meaning and value. May the knowledge that we too are searching restore our hope and renew our faith.
It is now my pleasure to invite your aunt and uncle, Valentina and Evan Newman, to share a reading with us.
Don't let me fall as stone falls upon the hard ground, and don't let my hand become dry as the twigs of a tree. When the wind beats down the last leaves, and when the storm raises dust from the earth with anger and howling, don't let me fall. I have asked for so much, but as a blade of your grass in a distant wild field, let's drop a seed in the lap of earth and dies away. Sow in me your living breath as you sow a seed in the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, rofecha basar umalfi lasot.
Amen. Thank you so much. We now turn to our blessings for everyday miracles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'savivina lahavhin ben yom uvin laila.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kefufim.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, roka haaretz al hamayim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam amechin mitzadei gaver.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam anoten layaif koach.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamavir shnei me'anai, utnuma mi'afapai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shasani b'tzelem Elohim.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani ben chorin.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shasani Yisrael.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael b'gvura.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael b'tifara.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzotav, v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
Amen.
Elu divarim she'en lahem shiur, she'adam ochel pirotehem ba'olam hazeh. V'hakeren kayamet lo le'olam haba, ve'eluhin kibud av va'im, ugbilut hasadim, v'hash kamat beit hamirash, shaharhit barvit, v'hach nasat orhim, uvikur holim, v'hach nasat kala, uvayat hamit, v'yun tifila, v'havat shalom ben adam, lach viro, v'tamud Torah keneged kulam. There are 8 degrees in the living of tzedakah, each one higher than the one before. To give grudgingly, reluctantly, or with regret. To give less than one should be with grace. To give what one should, but only after being asked. To give before one is asked. To give without knowing who will receive it, although the recipient knows the identity of the giver. To give without making known one's identity. To give so that neither giver nor receiver knows the identity of the other. To give so that neither giver nor receiver knows the identity of the other. To help another to become self-supporting by means of a gift, a loan, or by finding employment for one in need.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba. Galma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael bagala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shemei Rabba mevarach le'alam olam me'almaya Yitbarach, Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vitbar, Vitromam, Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemet Kudisha Brichu, Lelamin Kol Birchata, Veshirata, Tushbechata, Venechemata, Damiran Bealma, Vemru, Amen.
Please rise.
Adonai HaMevorach. Arechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed. La 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 ya la 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 la.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ur uvorei hoshech osei shalom uvorei et hakol hami ir laaretz vala darim alecha barach amim uvtuvo machadesh bechol yod tamid masech bereshit ma rabu masecha Adonai kulam bochokma asita malah haaretz kinyanecha tit barach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach maseh yadecha Baal Ma'orei Orshi Asita, Ya Farucha Selah, Or Chadash Al Tzion Ta'ir, Benizkech Hulanu, Mihira Lioro, Baruch Atah Adonai Yotzer Hamorot.
Amen. We'll now invite your father Jim to share a reading. Projecting, you'll be great.
In the beginning, even then, a new light was sown for the righteous, a promise that your light would become the catalyst, first for order and then for hope. Author of Language and Light, help us to use words as you have, to cast light into dark waters and draw out justice and truth.
And you can continue on page 113.
Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light blinded we saw. That inner and outer worlds are one as you are one. You spoke and we wrote, we reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us, as we climbed, fell back, and climbed again. Your Sinai of life.
Baruch atah Adonai, abocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. 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 Baruch Shem kevod malchuto leolam vaed.
Please be seated.
La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. לה לה יה לה 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 והיו הדברים האלה אשר ביתך ולכתך בדרך ושוכבך וקומך וקשרתם נאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבת על מזוזות ביתך על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך לה לה יה לה 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 יה לה 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 למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Life without integrity is like loosely hanging threads, easily fraying from the main cloth, while in acts of piety we learn to understand that every instant is like a thread. Raveling out of eternity to form a delicate tassel, we must not cast off the threads, but weave them into the design of eternal fabric. Each day points to eternity. The fate of all time depends upon a single moment.
שירה חדשה שיפור גאולים ושמחה שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני אימו לעולם ועד אדוני אימו לעולם ועד
Rise for the Amidah.
יגיד תהילתך ופי יגיד תהילתך יגיד תהילתך ופי יגיד תהילתך
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Bimotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Bekonei Hakol Bezocher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot Ume Vigula Livnei V'Nehem Laman Shemo Bahava Melech Ozer Umoshea Umagen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Bezerat Serah Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Chaye Hakol Atah Rav Leoshiach Morid Hatal Machakel Chamim Bechesed Chaye Hakol Barachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim Umatir Asarim Kayim Emunato Lishene Afar Miha Mocha Baal Givarut Umedo Melech Memid Umchave Umas Mia Yushawa B'nai Eman Ata Lachayot Hakol Baruch Ata Adonai Mechaye Hakol.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמכתישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו מדיר שמך בכל הארץ ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו הוא אבינו מלכנו הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We invite everyone to be seated except for Hayden's brother Sam, who will share a reading with us.
Justice right here.
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time.
Find favor, Adonai our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer and love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit upon us.
שים, שים, שים שלום, שים שלום טובה וברכה. שים, שים, שים שלום טובה וברכה. חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל עמך. ברכנו יוצרנו כולנו כאחד באור פניך. שים, שים, שים שלום, שים שלום טובה וברכה. שים, שים, שים שלום טובה וברכה. כי באור פניך נתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו תורת חיים ואהבת חסד וצדקה וברכה ורחמים וחיים ושלום. שים, שים, שים שלום, שים שלום טובה וברכה. שים, שים, שים שלום טובה וברכה. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. שים, שים, שים שלום, שים שלום טובה וברכה. שים, שים, שים שלום טובה וברכה.
We now take a few moments for silent reflection to offer up the prayers that we carry in our hearts, or to just take a meditative moment to be together.
רצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי
We now turn to Seder Kriyat HaTorah, our Torah reading service. We begin a reading from him.
May my life be one link in a chain of goodness. As I say the prayers of my ancestors, help me to recall their devotion and faithfulness, their joy and suffering which are in every word, holiness in my heritage, may I be worthy of it. May our tradition live in me and pass from me to generations I shall never know. Enriched by the truth that I have found and the good deeds I have done, so may I fulfill my task on earth and receive my blessing. And when the service ends and the prayers have ceased, help me to bring their spirit into the world in which I live. May I love God above all and my neighbors as myself, and be living witness to truth and that never changes.
אין כמוך באלוהים אדוני ואין כמעשיך מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים וממשלתך בכל דור ודור אדוני מלך אדוני מלך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. אב הרחמים, היטיבה ברצונך את ציון. תבנה חומות ירושלים, תבנה חומות ירושלים, כי בך לבד בטחנו, מלך רם ונישא, אדון עולמים.
Hayden, we received the Torah at Mount Sinai thousands of years ago when God transmitted it to Moses. And then Moses, in turn, transmitted it to Joshua, who took the reins from him. Joshua then shared it with the leaders of the Jewish people, and so on and so forth, for so many generations. So today, you are now going to take the Torah in your arms from those who came before you. And as we call up your brother and your parents to stand by your side and to hand you the Torah scroll, we know that there are so many more in this chain of tradition who aren't here, but whom we carry in our hearts. And so Sam, Marge, and Jim, please come to the table. I'll ask everyone else to rise as they are able as we take the Torah in our arms and pass it to our newest member of our B'nai Mitzvah.
כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים. שאו שערים ראשיכם ושאו פתחי עולם, ויבוא מלך הכבוד. מיהו זה מלך הכבוד? אדוני צבאות ומלך הכבוד. סלח.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it.
Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Lamo Yisrael, Bikdushato, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai iti, Uneromema Shemo Yachdav.
I invite Aunt Karen Horowitz to undress the Torah.
Lech Adonai hagedula ve'hagevora ve'hatiferet ve'hanetzach ve'ahod ki chol bashamayim uvaretz ki chol bashamayim uvaretz Lech Adonai hamamlacha ve'hamitnaseh lechol rosh.
All right, this week we are in a double portion, Achrei Mot Kiddoshim. I'll invite everyone to take a seat. We're in the very middle of the Torah scroll, the Shabbat, deep in the heart of Leviticus, a book filled with many rules for both ritual practice, but also moral behavior. And we'll hear more about that in just a moment. Hayden, have you found your spot in the Torah? Are you prepared to read?
Yes.
Okay, then I will call up our first aliyah. Na la'amod, Malka v'James la'aliyah harishona la Torah. For the first honor of blessing the Torah reading, we invite Marge and Jim Newbeal to the bima.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Daber el Koadat b'nei Yisrael. V'amarta alehem kiddushim to you. Ki kadosh ani Adonai Elohechem. Ish imo va'aviv tira'u. Va'et sheptotai tishmoru. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. All right, Hayden, you congratulate your parents on a fabulous job well done. And we're going to pause in the middle of our Torah service to turn to our prayer for healing, our Misha Beirach. It is our custom at Congregation Beth Chaim to share names of all those in our lives who could use this prayer for healing, whether that be healing of the body, healing of the mind, healing of the heart, or healing of the soul. Please feel free to type names in the chat box or to share names out loud now. And so we turn to these words of wholeness and healing, Misha Beirach.
Sheperach avotenu v'kol habracha le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Yisheperach imotenu v'kol habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Nala Amod, Bnei HaMitzvah, Chaim Shlomo Vibeit Malka, James La Aliyah Hashnia La Torah. For our second Aliyah to the Torah, we have Hayden Foster Newbill, and I'll ask Marge and Jim to come back up to flank their son in support and love.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarah.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Baharbanu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Notein HaTorah.
Amen.
Al Tifnu El HaElilim Ve'el Masecha Lo Tasu Lachem Ani Adonai Elohechem. V'hi tizbachu zevach shlamim la'Adonai l'rtzonhem tizbachu. Beyom zivhachem yachel umimocharat v'hanotar ad yom hashleshi ba'esh yisarev. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam atah betoheinu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen. Now your parents get to congratulate you on a fabulous job well done all around. Nala Amod, Lahag Bahav Alag Lila. For our honor of lifting the Torah, we welcome back Sam Nubiel. For holding the Torah, Uncle Evan Newman. We ask everyone to please rise.
וזאת התורה ששם משה לפני בני ישראל, על פי אדוני ביד משה. יאללה לה 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 לה. יאללה לה 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 יאללה לה 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 לה. Yalla la 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 la. Yalla la 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 yalla la 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 la. Yalla la 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 la. Yalla la 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 yalla la 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 la. וזאת התורה ששם משה לפני בני ישראל, על פי אדוני ביד משה.
As Uncle Evan takes the Torah in his arms, I'm going to invite everyone else to please be seated as we turn to our Haftarah portion today, taken from the prophet Amos in English, Amos in Hebrew. Whenever you're ready, Hayden.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar ben v'im tovim v'ratzav v'divrayhem hanei amarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah u'Moshe abdo v'Yisrael amo u'v'nviei ha'emet v'atzedek. Ine yamim ba'im nu'um Adonai v'nigash choresh ba'kotzer v'dorech anavim v'moshech hazara v'hetifu heharim aziz v'chol hagvaot tipmogagna v'shavti et shavut ami Yisrael uvanu arim nashamot v'yashavu v'natu harimim v'shatu eyenam v'asu ganyot v'hu et prihem unatatim admatam v'lo yinachu od me'al admatam asher natati lahem, amar Adonai Elohecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur koholamim, sadik bechol hadorot, ha'el haneman, chamer ve'osei, hamdaber m'kayim, shekol devarav, emet v'tzedek, al hatorah, va'al habodah, va'al hanvi'im, va'al yom hashabbat hazeh, shenatatan lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha v'limenucha, lechavod utifaret, al hakol, Adonai Eloheinu, anaknu modim lach, umvarhim otach, yitbarashimcha, befihochai tamid leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen. We'll now return the Torah to her resting place. Ask everyone to please rise.
את חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש חדש ימינו חדש ימינו כקדם.
I invite everyone to be seated as we turn to Hayden's Devar Torah, his teaching of his Torah portion.
The name of the Torah portion I chanted is Kedoshim, found in the book of Leviticus. The section of the Torah portion that I chanted states that when you are harvesting your crops, you must leave the edges of your fields for the poor. You shall also honor your parents and keep the Sabbath, and do not turn to idols. When it says you shall leave the edges of your fields for the poor, the Torah tells you to share your fortune with those who aren't as fortunate. By honoring your parents, you should thank them for everything they do for you. One of the many laws that can be found in my Torah is this: you shall not steal, you shall not deal deceitfully or falsely with one another. This reminds me of a time when I was at flag football. I found a $20 bill on the ground, and I wanted to return it to its owner, but I did not see anybody around. I went up to the snack stand since that was the only place around. The attendant there told me to use the money if I wanted to, because I was trying to do the right thing, but I did not want to get something for myself because I felt it was the wrong thing to do, like stealing somebody else's money. I ended up keeping the money until 2 months later, when I used that money to buy a snack to share with my friends at a hockey camp. Since I could not return the money to its rightful owner, I felt that using the money on my friends was the next best thing to do. Becoming B'nai Mitzvah means to me that not only do I become a Jewish adult, but I will use the knowledge to hopefully raise my future family to become Jewish adults. I would love to share with them the Jewish heritage, such as some of my mother's old books and recipe from my mother's mom, and the family traditions and holidays I celebrated with my family each year. After becoming a bar mitzvah, I will make sure that I continue to attend religious school and services because I feel that as a Jewish adult, I should continue to learn more and more about what being Jewish really means. Another one of my goals is to spread Judaism throughout my community and my family. To achieve this goal, I created a bar mitzvah project for those kids who are less fortunate, so they can play hockey as well. I made a box and put it inside Howell Ice Arena. I made sure that I got all of my friends to donate to the organization, Play It Forward. This organization takes sports equipment and gives it to the less fortunate so that they can play the sport of their dreams. I collected so much stuff, over $3,000 in sports equipment, which is a really big accomplishment. Thank you for everybody who donated. I would also like to thank my parents for raising me the right way and making sure that I got to this point in time where I could celebrate becoming a bar mitzvah. I would also like to thank my brother Sam for always being there to help me learn and prepare for today. Thank you to our family and friends for joining me in person and on Zoom as I become a bar mitzvah. I would like to thank the congregation Beth Haim for going with me on this journey and for supporting me throughout the whole process of becoming a Jewish adult. I would like to give a big thank you as well to the congregation for their special gift. Finally, I would like to thank Rabbi Blum, Cantor Binder, and Ann for helping me get through this process and making sure that I was ready for today.
All right, Hayden, we're going to ask you to put your mask on so we can invite our board member, Mindy Lippman, back up to present you officially with your gift and certificate. And if you'll just move a little to the right so she gets some microphone.
Hayden, it is my privilege to present you with this gift from the Sisterhood, the Men's Club, and the Board of Directors of Congregation Beth Chaim. It is an artist's rendering of your Torah portion. I hope this gift captures the beauty and complexity of our sacred teaching, and that you will remember the significance of this day whenever you view it. We have all been honored to have you lead our congregation in worship this morning. Becoming B'nai Mitzvah is an important step on your journey to Jewish adulthood. We look forward to celebrating with you again at the end of 10th grade when you're confirmed. Mazal Tov.
Thank you.
All right, Hayden, you're welcome to unmask and turn and face my direction as I get to share a few personal words with you. So clearly we've heard a lot about the joy and the values that hockey has brought to your life. And I just want to add one more piece that I think is so important to your story. You understand how one person can bring their skills and their dedication, their passion to a sport, but I think it's no accident that you play on a team. You know what it means to work with other people and to play on other people's strengths. And sometimes you're in the spotlight and sometimes you're not. So today, as we celebrate you being in the spotlight, I hope you also remember that when it comes to Jewish tradition, it is not a solo sport. It is very much a team effort. You are part of an incredible network of people who are dedicated to Jewish values, who identify as a Reform Jew, dedicated to progress and the evolution of Jewish tradition. And you are one link in an incredible chain. And your chain is especially special here at Congregation Beth Chaim because you're not the first bar mitzvah in your family to celebrate this milestone moment in this holy space. Not only your big brother, but your mother and your uncle as well. So this is super special that you are part of not only the chain of Jewish tradition, but an important piece in the family tree of Congregation Beth Chaim. And especially as we enter our 50th year, we want to lift that up and celebrate it as well. One other piece I want to talk about when it comes to those who come before you. The Hebrew word Torah means teaching, and it's so closely related to the female version of Morah, or teacher, one of the names your mom goes by in our religious school. But I want to acknowledge that you come from not just one, but two morim, two teachers who have taught you how to be a mensch, a good person, how to be a Jewish adult, how to be a good student, how to be a loving family member. So much Torah that both of your parents have given to you and have done so with intention because that is exactly who they are. They are teachers of our tradition and of the values that we all hold so dear. And I hope that you will not let it stop with you and that you will then in turn continue to teach all those who come after you, any mentees that you work with, your future students, and like you mentioned, God willing, your future family as well. We are so privileged to celebrate you this morning. I'm now going to turn it over to Cantor Binder, who will share words from our tradition that, just like our Torah scroll, are thousands of years old. So if you'll face the Cantor.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you with good and keep you safe. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May God be with you and be kind to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha. V'yasem lecha shalom. may God give you the gift of peace. Semen tov, mazel tov, semen tov, mazel tov, semen tov, mazel tov, semen tov, Yaelanu, 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 Lechol Yisrael, Yaelanu, Yaelanu, Ulechol Yisrael, Yaelanu, Yaelanu, Ulechol Yisrael, Yaelanu, Yaelanu, Ulechol Yisrael.
Hayden, turn to your friends and family on Zoom as they are welcome to unmute and shower you with praise and congratulations.
Yay!
Good job.
Awesome. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Mom, say something.
Congratulations, Hayden.
Thank you.
Awesome. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Hayden.
Thank you.
If we were in person, we'd throw candy at you, but we can't. So it's virtual candy.
You'll need your pads for that.
Mazel tov, Hayden, and the whole Nubial family, and our service will now continue with the Aleinu.
Ask everyone to please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
There are stars far above, so far away, we only see their light. Long, long after the star itself is gone, and so it is with the people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, there are ways to remember.
While today is a celebration of joy, we are so happy for you. We also carry with us the memory of those who did not live to celebrate with us today. And so we want to acknowledge Helene and Sanford Newman, Louis and Francis Schwaber, Peter Schwaber, Alan Edelman, Norman Axelrod, and Terry Krakowski, whose memory we honor and cherish. And so to honor their legacy, please lead us, Hayden, in Mourner's Cottage.
Yitgadal, V'yitgadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ba'alma Divrach Harute, V'yamlich Malhute, Ba'chayahon Uvyomechon, Uvhayedahol Be Yisrael, Ba'agala V'zman Kariv, V'imru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevarach, Le'olam Omai Omaya, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitpar, V'yitromam, V'yitnatseh, V'yitadar, V'yitalech, V'yitalal, Shemei de Kudsha Berichu, Lila Minkol Verachata, Visharata, Tushbechata Vedemata, Damaran, Balma Vimru Amen. Yehe Shlama, Rabbah Min Shamaya, B'chaim Aleinu Ba'kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom bin Roma Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ba'kol Yisrael V'imru Amen.
Zichronam Libracha. May their memory always be a blessing. I'm going to invite everyone to take a seat except for Sam, Marge, and Jim. Hayden, if you'll go and get some grape juice and challah. There's challah for Sam and for Hayden. And everyone coming up to the Torah table. So you want to pour some juice out for everyone to enjoy. And by say everyone, I mean all four of you. Fruit of the vine, the grape, is a symbol of our joy. And today our cup overflows. And we also want to enjoy our challah, the sustenance without which we could not do this good work, and to continue this chain of tradition. So as soon as you have the grape juice and challah, you're going to come back to the microphone so we can hear Kiddush and Motzi and see you. We're just getting the Kiddush cups ready, everyone on Zoom. Come on, circle him with love. You're going to stay up until the end, everybody.
It's not hard to circle.
Al Kain bara Adonai et Yom HaShabbat Vayi Kadeshehu Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei Peri HaGafen.
Amen and l'chaim. And the Motzi when you're ready.
Some quality grape juice. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Enjoy your challah while we close out with music. Tanner, what are we singing today? Prayer for peace.
Shalom bimroma, yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, yaseh shalom, shalom.
Yisrael.
Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom,
Shalom.
shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Yaseh shalom.
Yaseh shalom,
Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Hayden, I'm pretty confident that your family and friends are very proud of you today. On behalf of Congregation Beth Chaim, your synagogue family is absolutely proud of you today. But most importantly, we hope and pray that you are proud of all that you have accomplished leading up to today and everything that we know you're going to do going forward. May you always go from strength to strength. Mazel tov and Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Yay.